that are going further and costing less than ever before. No company makes or sells more than BYD, the Chinese giant taking on Tesla, offering cars for as little as $10,000.
In May 2025, BYD made a move that sent shockwaves through the entire car industry. With massive price cuts and free self-driving tech, the Chinese giant isn't just competing, it's changing the game. As Tesla, Toyota, and VW scramble to keep up, BYD is rewriting the rules of what an electric car can be and how much it should cost. This isn't just big, it's historic. Here's why BYD is shaking the auto world to its core. Buckle up for this build your dreams ride. The game-changing announcement. On May 23, 2025, BYD did something no one saw coming. In a bold move that stunned the market, the company slashed prices on 22 of its most popular electric and plug-in hybrid models, some by as much as 34%. This wasn't a small promotional deal. It was an all-out assault on the global EV market. From the budget-friendly Seagull to the sleek Seal 07 DMI, BYD aimed to dominate every price range and drive home one message. Electric cars should be fast, smart, and affordable for everyone. But they didn't stop there. BYD also began offering free upgrades to its in-house self-driving tech, known as God's Eye, across nearly all its vehicles. Unlike Tesla, which charges thousands for similar features, BYD threw it in for free. Suddenly, families shopping for a small city car could have AI-powered autonomy, once reserved for luxury brands. The results were instant. Markets reacted. BYD's stock took a hit at first, dropping about 8%, and competitors felt the shock too. Shares of Geely and NIO dipped, while even Tesla saw a slide. Analysts warned of a fierce price war, one that could reshape profit margins across the EV space. Some said it was reckless, others called it genius. What's clear is this: BYD isn't playing defense anymore. They're charging ahead, shaking up global auto giants and forcing everyone to rethink their strategy. In one bold stroke, BYD made it clear they're not just China's top EV maker, they're here to lead the world. The tech and innovation arsenal. If price cuts got the world's attention, BYD's tech is what makes jaws drop. This isn't just a car company throwing discounts around. BYD is building smarter, faster, and more advanced vehicles than most people thought possible, and doing it at scale. Let's start with God's Eye. That's the name of BYD's self-developed autonomous driving system, and it's changing the game. In May 2025, BYD shocked the industry again by announcing that God's Eye would come standard even in its most affordable models, like the Seagull and Dolphin.
Along with higher-priced luxury models.
0 to 60 miles per hour in about 3 seconds.
While Tesla still charges extra for its self-driving system, BYD is giving theirs away for free. This isn't a gimmick. The system combines AI with cameras, LiDAR, and radar to help cars understand their surroundings and make real-time driving decisions. It works in traffic, on highways, and even in tricky city streets. It's smart, fast, and constantly improving. Behind that brain is a growing partnership with DeepSeek, a Chinese AI startup helping BYD push the limits of what a car can do. Think voice controls that actually understand you, facial recognition, smart navigation that adapts to your habits. BYD is working to make cars feel more like helpful co-pilots than machines. And then there's the speed. BYD's latest charging tech is wild. In its new Han L sedan, BYD introduced a 1,000 kilowatt charging system. That's not a typo, 1,000 kilowatt. This means you can charge from 16% to 80% in just 10 minutes. Even in freezing temperatures, it holds up. For drivers, this could eliminate the last big fear about EVs, running out of power when you're in a hurry. Of course, all this would cost a fortune for most automakers. But here's BYD's secret weapon: vertical integration. They build almost everything themselves. Batteries, chips, software, drive units, it's all in-house. The Blade battery, for example, is their own lithium iron phosphate design. It's safer, cheaper, and longer lasting than many competitors' cells. BYD doesn't need to rely on third-party suppliers like most automakers do. That keeps costs low and innovation high. And that's why BYD can offer tech that feels futuristic, but at a price that feels unreal. BYD isn't just building affordable cars, it's building dream machines that punch way above their weight. From hypercars to family SUVs, the company's growing lineup shows that electric vehicles can be powerhouse. Flagship models that are changing the game. Take the Han L, BYD's new flagship sedan from the Dynasty series. It's a beast. This electric rocket can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.7 seconds, rivaling high-end performance cars that cost 3 or 4 times more. It delivers over 1,000 horsepower in its top variant and features a futuristic cabin that feels more like a spaceship than a sedan. And the design? Think bold Chinese cultural themes, dragon-inspired grills, phoenix wing taillights, and sculpted lines that scream confidence. The Han L isn't just another EV, it's BYD's message to the world. We can do performance and luxury too. Then there's the Tang L.
The new BYD Tang L is the first BYD to be built on the completely new platform, which is called Super E platform.
A large SUV that brings muscle and refinement to family vehicles. It's roomy, powerful, and loaded with advanced features, including DSUS intelligent suspension that adapts to the road in real time. Whether you're on the highway or bouncing over gravel, it adjusts to keep the ride smooth and safe. On the other end of the scale, BYD has electrified the compact car world with the Seagull and Dolphin. These tiny EVs are redefining what's possible for city cars. The Seagull starts at under $10,000, but don't let the price fool you. It's smart, stylish, and equipped with BYD's core tech, including the God's Eye driving system. It's the kind of car that makes EVs feel accessible to everyone, not just the rich. BYD's luxury push is also turning heads with the Yangwang brand, a sub-brand that's aiming straight at the world's most exclusive automakers. The Yangwang U8, for example, is a high-end SUV with a trick up its sleeve. Each wheel is powered by its own motor, giving it E4 all-wheel control. It can do a tank turn, drive through water, and handle terrain that would leave most SUVs stuck. Meanwhile, the Yangwang U9 is a pure electric hypercar that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie, complete with scissor doors and track-level specs. And then there's the Fangchengbao Tai series, BYD's newest adventure-focused line of vehicles. The Tai 3, a rugged SUV that's already in production, blends style with off-road strength. Its big sibling, the Tai 7, takes it even further, adding LiDAR, smart sensors, and a design that's part military, part luxury. BYD is creating a lineup that doesn't just compete, it conquers. What makes all of this even more impressive is how seamlessly BYD blends advanced features across every price point. Whether you're in a Seagull or a Yangwang U9, you're getting fast charging, intelligent driving, and high-quality build. BYD isn't building cheap cars, it's building affordable excellence. The message is clear. No matter your budget or lifestyle, there's a BYD that fits, and it probably does more than your current car. Taking over the world, BYD's global expansion. If you thought BYD was just a Chinese success story, think again. This company is going global, fast. What once looked like a local electric vehicle powerhouse is now turning into an international giant. One city, one factory, one market at a time. In 2024, BYD sold a record-breaking 4.27 million new energy vehicles worldwide. That's up 41% from the year before, and it put BYD far ahead of Tesla in total volume. Even more shocking, BYD also beat Tesla in revenue, pulling in over $107 billion. For years, Tesla was the global gold standard for EVs. Not anymore. BYD has caught up and, in some ways, passed them. China is still BYD's home turf.
BYD's more than 5,000 mainland Chinese stores. The company is the market leader when it comes to EVs in China.
And it dominates the local market like no one else. In 2025, it held over 32% of China's entire electric vehicle market, while Tesla had just over 6%. But BYD isn't staying comfortable at home. It's spreading its wings across the globe and doing it fast. In Europe, BYD is making major waves. Sales in the first half of 2025 were up a stunning 143% compared to the same time last year. The BYD Seal U plug-in hybrid became a breakout hit, tying with Volkswagen's Tiguan for top PHEV sales in several countries. For European drivers used to German engineering, this was a wake-up call. Chinese EVs aren't just catching up, they're winning. Then there's Latin America. In Brazil, BYD is building a massive new production hub in Camaçari, taking over a site that used to belong to Ford. They're not just selling cars there, they're making them, creating jobs, and becoming a serious force in South America. Similar expansion is happening in Mexico, Chile, and Colombia, where BYD's electric buses are also gaining traction in public transport systems. Over in Southeast Asia, BYD is dominating. In the Philippines, it holds a massive 82% share of the new energy vehicle market. That's not just strong, it's a clean sweep. The Ceelion 6DMi is the top-selling model, and new BYD showrooms are popping up across major cities. In Thailand and Vietnam, BYD has become the go-to brand for first-time EV buyers, combining affordability with smart features that local consumers love. The company's strategy is clear. Don't just ship cars, build them. BYD is setting up local manufacturing in Hungary, Thailand, Brazil, and even Pakistan. These aren't just token plants either. They're fully equipped factories that let BYD avoid tariffs, customize models for regional markets, and slash delivery times. It's a playbook straight out of Toyota's 80s expansion, but with battery packs and AI instead of gas engines. And it's not just cars. BYD is pushing electric buses, trucks, and even monorails under its Skyrail division. Cities looking to cut emissions are turning to BYD for public transport solutions that work and that don't break budgets. In every corner of the globe, BYD is showing up, showing off, and showing that the future of transportation might not come from Silicon Valley or Stuttgart, but from Shenzhen. Now, when BYD moves, the whole auto industry feels it. And lately, it's been moving fast. The company's aggressive pricing, rapid innovation, and global expansion have caught even the biggest names off guard. What was once seen as a regional player is now a full-blown global disruptor, and not everyone is handling it well. Industry response: shock, scramble, and strategy. Let's start with Tesla. In late May 2025, just days after BYD's price cuts and free self-driving announcement, Tesla's stock dropped nearly 7%. Investors saw the writing on the wall. Tesla, once the clear leader in EV tech, was suddenly being undercut, not just on price, but on features. Elon Musk's company still holds strong appeal in the West, but BYD's momentum is forcing Tesla to rethink its strategy. Tesla has begun quietly testing lower-cost models and faster software updates, but it's clear the pressure is on. Legacy automakers like Toyota, Volkswagen, and Ford are feeling the squeeze too. For years they played catch-up in the EV race, investing billions into electrification. Now, just as they're getting up to speed, BYD has moved the finish line. Its ability to produce high-quality EVs at low prices is something traditional automakers simply can't match, at least not yet. Why? Because most of them still rely on external suppliers for batteries, chips, and software, while BYD builds almost everything in-house. The Chinese market has turned into a battleground. Companies like Geely, Great Wall Motors, and NIO are fighting to stay relevant. After BYD launched its deep price cuts and trade-in offers, some rivals tried to follow, but it backfired. Stocks fell, profit margins shrank, and analysts started warning of a price war that could cripple smaller players. One government report even compared the situation to a potential Evergrande-style collapse, referencing the infamous real estate meltdown. That's how serious it's gotten. Outside of China, regulators are watching closely too. In Europe, there's growing concern about the flood of cheap, tech-loaded Chinese EVs. The EU has already launched investigations into whether Chinese EVs are being unfairly subsidized and if tariffs should be raised. In the US, discussions about protecting the domestic auto industry have heated up, especially with elections looming.
Stella Lee is the CEO steering BYD's expansion in the Americas.
The fear isn't just about losing market share, it's about falling behind in innovation. Analysts are split. Some call BYD's strategy brilliant, a masterclass in how to dominate a market through vertical integration and smart scale. Others warn it's risky, especially if profits start to shrink. But everyone agrees on one thing: BYD is setting the pace. Whether competitors like it or not, the rules of the game are being rewritten. The auto world isn't just watching BYD anymore. It's reacting, scrambling and trying to keep up. And for the first time in a long while, it's clear China isn't following the automotive future, it's leading it. However, BYD might stumble because of serious problems. Cracks in the electric giant's armor. BYD may be leading the electric vehicle revolution, but it's not without serious weaknesses. Beneath the company's explosive growth and record-breaking sales lies a growing list of financial, operational, and reputational cracks that could slow or even derail its global rise. One of the most pressing concerns is BYD's financial structure. While the company appears unstoppable on the surface, analysts have flagged a troubling reality underneath: rising debt, razor-thin margins, and hidden liabilities. Following BYD's aggressive price cuts in May 2025, financial experts raised red flags about its ability to sustain such discounting. According to a Financial Times investigation, BYD is operating with a working capital deficit of over RMB 125 billion, while relying heavily on supply chain financing to mask short-term cash strain. That includes extended payment cycles, reportedly up to 260 days, and at least $44 billion in liabilities that aren't immediately visible on its books. The company is moving fast, but it's running hot, and in a downturn, that financial model could snap under pressure. Reputation is another area where BYD has stumbled.
Today we're driving the most important car that BYD has launched in the UK so far, the C-Line.
Particularly on the global stage. In Brazil, where BYD is building a massive manufacturing hub, authorities launched an investigation in 2025 into what they described as slavery-like labor conditions. Over 160 Chinese workers allegedly had their passports confiscated and were housed in poor conditions, leading to a scandal that drew international outrage and temporarily froze worker visa approvals. For a company that wants to be seen as a global leader, incidents like this damage more than just PR, they shake trust. Quality control is another concern that has followed BYD into export markets. In late 2024, the company issued a major recall affecting nearly 100,000 vehicles, including popular models like the Dolphin and Yuan Plus, due to defects in the power steering system that posed fire risks. Despite the company's Blade battery being touted as ultra-safe, some real-world incidents have contradicted that image. In one case, a BYD Han EV caught fire just 2 days after crash testing, raising eyebrows about the consistency between lab results and reality. For buyers, technical innovation alone isn't enough. After-sales service and reliability matter too. Across forums and review sites, owners have reported a troubling number of usability issues. Complaints include buggy infotainment systems, poor user interface design, slow software updates, and range claims that don't hold up in real-world driving. In one well-documented case, a BYD Dolphin owner in Australia described their vehicle failing at highway speeds due to a battery malfunction, only to find that key driving data had been mysteriously erased before support teams could analyze it. Others complain of month-long delays for parts, language barriers in software menus, and frustrating account setups that leave features locked or inaccessible. Perhaps the most unsettling concern is cybersecurity. Reports from Australia, Israel, and the US have alleged that BYD vehicles may be capable of transmitting audio from within the cabin using internal SIM cards. This has triggered not only customer alarm, but also government scrutiny. Israel, in particular, moved to ban certain BYD imports, until further data privacy measures were verified. In an era where cars are becoming rolling computers, the trustworthiness of the systems behind the wheel is just as important as the mechanics underneath it. Then there's the pace of BYD's growth itself. While expansion can be a strength, moving too fast can also create risk. BYD's relentless rollout of new models across multiple brands like Dynasty, Ocean, Yangwang, and Fangchengbao raises questions about long-term support, parts availability, and software maintenance. This kind of model sprawl might confuse consumers and stretch internal resources too thin, potentially affecting overall quality and resale value. BYD's rapid innovation cycle, if not balanced with product stability and customer support, could backfire. Finally, while BYD's God's Eye autonomous system has made headlines, recent third-party testing suggests it's not quite ahead of the curve in every category. In mid-2025, Chinese state media published comparison tests showing Tesla outperforming BYD in 3 out of 6 advanced driving scenarios. For a company trying to position itself as the leader in EV intelligence, this indicates there's still a performance gap to close. In short, while BYD is clearly a force in the global auto industry, it isn't invincible. Financial fragility, labor controversies, safety recalls, privacy risks, and customer satisfaction issues all raise legitimate concerns. The same speed and ambition that powered BYD's rise could also be its Achilles heel, unless the company takes time to fix what's broken beneath the surface. BYD's rise is nothing short of extraordinary, reshaping the global auto industry with innovation, affordability, and bold ambition. Yet, rapid growth brings challenges, from financial risks and quality concerns to labor controversies and cybersecurity questions. The company's future depends on balancing speed with stability, fixing weaknesses while pushing forward. If BYD can do that, it won't just compete with legacy giants and Tesla, it will define the future of transportation worldwide. The auto industry has been shaken, and BYD is leading the charge into an electrified tomorrow. Write your thoughts below and subscribe to the channel for more.